Hey everybody, here's my unsponsored review of the Slingerbag after having it for a little over a month or so now. What I'll go through are the key reasons why I think you should buy it, why you shouldn't buy it, and how I'm utilizing it the best to improve my game. Check it out. So I think there are three really big main reasons why you should buy the Slingerbag. First off, the price is really competitive. At $550 is I think what I purchased this one for, without the oscillator or any other add-ons that they advertise on their site. $550 included a remote. If you were going to look at even a very basic model for other brands like Silent Partner, Lobster, Playmates, or other machines out there, it's going to run you over $1,000 if you want to make sure you have a remote. So at $550, that's a pretty great price. It's no small amount of money, but for what you get with this machine, it is pretty incredible. The second thing is ease of use. They did a really great job of making this really easy to set up and get going. If you're like me, I don't have all day to really spend setting up the machine. Work full time and have a family, 2 kids. I have a limited amount of time where I can do this, so I really want to be able to get onto the court, set it up, and start playing. And this is really easy. It's really simple to kind of point and shoot. I don't have the oscillator, so I'm not worried about going across the court. It's really figuring out what drill I want to do, setting the ball machine up, point and shoot, and you're ready to go. If you want to change the launch angle of the shot, all you have to do is move the knob on the side of the machine. Unlike other machines, like the old machine I used to use, which was a Silent Partner, it was a button you pressed that increased or decreased the elevation, but it was kind of hard to tell where you were at. If you put the machine away and come back 2 weeks later, you weren't really sure where it was going to go, and you had to sit there and watch the ball as you maneuvered it up and down. Here, it's very easy. You just see what it's at, and if you know it's too high, you move it and you're ready to go. So all you have to figure out is where you want to place the ball on the court. The third major reason is portability. I didn't really think how big of a deal this was until I really started using the Slingerbag. With my experience with using really large, amazing Playmate ball machines at clubs, they are massive machines, and they have handles where you can maneuver them around, which is okay, but that's not going to be the machine that I'm going to purchase to have in my house. And even my old Silent Partner, which is very similar to many other machines, it was very heavy and it's a box shape. It wasn't super easy to pick up, and it was really loud when you would drag it out to the court. And that was just kind of weird. You didn't want everyone on the court to be watching you. What's this kid doing with this really loud ball machine? But the Slingerbag is just like a suitcase in how it operates and how you maneuver it. They've got great wheels in the bottom, which is easy to go over grass or onto the court, and it's very quiet. So it makes it so simple to get the ball machine into the car, out of the car, and onto the court and start playing. And I think that is a really big deal. It just makes it super easy to go and play. If you want to see a couple easy drills you can use to get started, check the link below where I'll share my first video where I posted some simple drills to use with your Slingerbag. So let's talk about the speed at which the Slingerbag launches the ball out. Maxing out at 45 miles an hour is significantly less than many ball machines on the market. And it was a really big deal for me as I was trying to evaluate, is this machine gonna do what I want it to do? If you've watched any other reviews on Slingerbag, you'll know that it comes out with a lot of spin and it makes it feel like the ball's coming faster than it really is getting launched out of the machine. So there are some pros and cons to this, so let's break it down. Here are some shots with me hitting at the ball boy functionality, which is the slowest the ball will be launched out at the highest angle, giving it a really high loft to the shot. Now, the ball boy functionality that gets marketed by Slingerbag is for it spitting a ball out to you so you can hit serves with it. I really think that's a pretty useless use case for that functionality. Anytime I've ever practiced serves, I always have 3 balls in my pocket and I don't want to stand there and wait for the ball machine to shoot me 1. So I don't really think it's very useful for that. But if you've clicked that link down below, you'll see that those easy drills I posted are all using the ball boy functionality. that low speed is really helpful for improving your game. Any sort of drill that you have seen where a coach is soft tossing you a ball, you can mimic that with the ball boy functionality or the ball boy settings. Here are a couple forehands and backhands with me with the ball machine at the back of the court with the speed at the highest setting and the angle around 20. This is obviously as fast as the balls can come out, and you'll see the amount of topspin it gets, and I'll talk a little bit about what I thought about that. So having the speed at the highest rate it can go is a little interesting. I don't think that the launch angle that the ball comes out at is very realistic, but what a lot of people I think complain about is that the amount of topspin is unrealistic, which I don't really agree with. Especially as you progress into higher levels of play, you are absolutely you're going to play against players that can really put amount of topspin on it. For myself, I really don't see myself setting that ball machine at the highest speed setting, because for me, I'm really focused on improving the technical and the technical aspect and my footwork on all of my shots. I'd be curious to know from people who are buying a ball machine to specifically get better at handling pace from opponents, how that's worked out. I don't know, even with the top of the line Playmate ball machines at your club that can do a ton of really amazing things, if that is going to be the best use of the ball machine. In my opinion, as a non-coach, I look at a ball machine's purpose is to give you consistent balls to help you practice your strokes. Now, one thing to really think about is if you're a player who wants to improve their technique, wants to improve their footwork, or just consistently go out and get comfortable hitting shots, this is a great machine for that. And here's why. If you're trying to switch your grip on your forehand or work on your footwork for your backhand, the first thing you're going to want to do is just practice strokes and make that feel very comfortable. The next best thing to do is to have a coach soft toss you a ball so you can really just focus on that swing, feel how it hits the racket with that new grip, or really focus on moving your feet around a ball that's not moving very fast at all. That soft toss, like I mentioned earlier, can really be accomplished with the ball boy setting. Next, after you've done that, it's probably a really good idea to add a little bit more pace to that shot, but nothing crazy. So you really want to be able to still focus on the footwork or your grip and continue to improve with adding a little bit more pace to that ball that's coming at you. Again, I think the Slingerbag does a great job for this. You're really going to be able to focus on what you're working on when you're using the Slingerbag. And then even bringing it up to the medium or 3/4 speed, once you get comfortable with that change that you're making, that is really going to allow you to then feel like you can go and put this in a match. Here are some shots with the ball machine in the middle of the court using the intermediate setting with the speed at about halfway. So that was the intermediate level, I think. You hear everyone talk about how it has a lot of junk on the ball. It really does. I was concerned that it was gonna feel too unnatural, and it doesn't. I'm very impressed. I'm at half speed right now. It's great, you know, a really good pace.
and really use your footwork. So interesting.
So let's talk about why you wouldn't buy the Slingerbag. Because there are a couple things here, there are a couple limitations that it has that could be deal breakers if this is what you're really looking for. It doesn't have the ability to do backspin on the ball. Since it only has one spinning wheel, it can only produce topspin. So if you're really wanting to practice returning slice shots or really low shots, you're not going to be able to do that with this machine. Also, again, the max speed is only 45 miles per hour with heavy topspin. So if you want to be practicing flat shots or shots that are coming faster than that, again, you're not going to be able to do that with this machine. Also, some of the limitations here, you don't have the ability to program drills. Again, that's a very high quality or high end feature that the most expensive machines have, and you're not going to find that. So if you're really looking for advanced configurability or multiple spins, if that's very important to you, you're not going to find that with the Slingerbag. But in my opinion, and why I decided to purchase this, is because it's going to get the job done. It's going to consistently shoot balls out at the speed that you want to help you improve your game. And you can do a lot of different shots with this, from overheads, which I found very hard to do with other machines, volleys, ground strokes, serve returns. I have drills post about serve +1. So that's my thoughts on the Slingerbag. Let me know what you think, and I'd love to answer any questions anyone has.